see the blue purple thing on my icon on the sidebar, if you can see it, then it usually means I'm not live.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. You see like right now under my name it says
Oh
streaming.
yeah, streaming. Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
Usually
to
if
know.
it says that, it means we are alive. So,
Yeah.
I didn't want,
Cool
like,
beans.
yeah, I didn't want us to, like, be live and, like, oh shit, you said something extremely personal. I didn't want it to go on,
Yeah.
like, I just want to make sure with you guys beforehand.
Well, that's good.
Yep. No worries.
Hmm.
Alright, so, hello everyone. Future people watching us or people who might be hopping on in after this is over. You already know the people here. Uh, so I just want to get right into the session. And let's see. If someone wants to catch our bi weekly player of with what happened last week.
That was good.
Mhm.
Well, for one thing, we're not in hell.
Oh, good.
Yes.
That's a positive change. I like this.
For another thing, that short bow that Eleonora got is in fact not cursed. So whoever that person was that we were dealing with was not lying about that.
Well, that is also good because I'll be honest, when we were doing that session, I forgot that I wouldn't be there next week. And I probably should have said that, hey, I would have prepped remove curse. But I didn't.
And also, we've got leads on multiple different jobs that we can take on in the area to get some money to
Mm-hmm.
help us build up both our personal and, if we so desire, the tavern coffers.
That is also good because, as we were just discussing, being a cleric is expensive.
Yes.
Well, let's catch up Alona in character, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Um. So I would presume that um, Iona would have been teleported to the temple as being seen um, have more of a connection with her deity than the rest of the party. That's where she would have been teleported, and you know she obviously went back to um. That's
I do
where
like that temple.
yeah that's where she is at the moment. Like right after you guys miraculously came back. So you guys start on doing what you want to do.
Well, I think the first thing that Eleonora is going to do, because she wants to make sure that this is done before she talks to the rest of the party of what she's figured out in regards to the whole parents thing. She's going to take like some extra coin purses and try to perform the ritual to tie those bags to the magical safe, so that everyone who wants one has a separate coin bag that they can put in coins to go into the tavern coffer.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
In fact, I don't know why I didn't think of have her do that before. It's especially important for her to do that now.
All right. As you're doing that, you know, you catch up Iona with all, unless you guys want to act it out.
Oh yeah.
I was.
All right.
I think I take my time wandering back because
Okay.
I think this is something Iona needs to think over. Like that was hell, and she's not comfortable. So she probably takes a long while to get back to the tavern itself.
Well, and it's possible that you would run into Arjan and Wenley either heading to the Draconic Temple or coming back after taking caster there last week for healing.
Yeah, it will be afterwards. It will definitely be afterwards with what happened there. Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
a quick little update for future people. Caster has the player behind Caster has stepped back from the game. So, you know, future reference for anyone who's like, "Oh, where is he?" Yeah, I thought I should at least give
Yeah.
that whole situation. So yeah, but go on. Yeah, it'll be right afterwards with that whole ordeal.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm assuming. I mean, I would assume that the two temples are probably would most likely be in the same district.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah. So I think assuming that they run into each other, run into the three of them run into each other, Archan would probably wave to Iona. They're like, "Oh, hey, Iona, you're safe. You're safe. We were wondering where you were."
I apologize. I was communing. I believe is the
Mm-hmm.
phrase.
It's
Yeah.
all right. Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
After the incident, being teleported to another plane, we were all just hoping that you were safe since you hadn't been teleported back with us.
I do apologize. I'm apparently a little more linked to the Raven Queen than I thought today.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes, but that isn't a story for on the streets.
right.
Understood.
Well, I mean, none of us would spill your secrets. Is this something?
It's not necessarily my secrets I'm worried about.
Oh,
She smiles. Perhaps a conversation for the tavern.
Of course. Well, we were just heading back there.
Oh,
right.
good. Shall we?
Mhm.
Yes. And if anybody wants a ride in the cart, Archan would pull you along. Because he probably could.
I can walk, probably.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
As they return to the tavern, Eleanor is just finishing up, and there are several bags on the table now that have magically marked an indicator that they are the vault coin bags.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And while you were doing that, some people have, since it is still sort of the soft open, some people have come in and out of the tavern,
Mhm.
and you guys did get from this for the time that I was away, dealing with Caster. He's got roughly 25 gold.
Each.
In total. Since it's roughly been an hour. Like, there's a few people come in, got a drink, and all that. And since you've opened, you guys all got, the group total has been 327 gold pieces.
Let me try and figure out the math on that. There's Wenley, Archan, Iona, Eleanor, Dawn. That's 5.
Why don't we put it
Should
all
be
back in?
65 and then some.
Why don't we
Yeah,
put it all in the tavern and then just worry about it?
Yeah, like 60,
Because we can then
65
separate them.
gold and 40 copper? Or 40 silver?
Yeah, so 65 gold and 8 silver apiece.
Mhm.
And if how long would you have been working at the smithing area for Archan? Or do you?
Oh, um, yeah. Let's see. So, well, depending on how much in game time, as long as he was able to, he would probably go every day. That they have downtime. He
Uh,
would go and basically just offer his services uh,
the
to
two.
the Genasi couple. You know,
Mhm.
either like he'd probably walk in and not bedecked in his armor for once. He would just walk in, probably trousers and a shirt and a simple shirt. Sleeves rolled up, ready to put some gloves and an apron on. And
Yeah.
just take care of whatever they needed.
Yeah. You guys been there for roughly 2, 3 weeks, I would say,
Oh, okay.
and I would say that each day you would, on average, would have at least like an hour of downtime or 2 hours of downtime. So
Okay.
whatever the gold, the discussed price
Yeah, I
for
think it was 12 per day.
12 per day. So
Yeah. So if we say 2 weeks, assuming he's working maybe all but one, 6 days a week,
yeah.
or well, are we going off? Well, actually, there's a question. Are we going off of 10 day, working a 10 day, or working like in a real world week?
World week.
Okay. Yeah, assuming if he worked, I would say probably he would try to take a day off and spend it at the tavern with everyone, during their downtime. But he would definitely go in, probably get up early. He would get up early in the morning, go over to the forge to help out, and then head back in the afternoon.
Okay, so
Probably 6 days a week.
all right, so I would say wrong application. Where's my goddamn calculator on this bitch? I have not. I should organize my iPad.
Okay, it's 12 gold a day times how many days?
Well, if we
Six.
said 6 days a week for 2 weeks, it'd be 144.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the times that by two, and that's what you get, or three.
Okay,
Yeah.
works for me. Works for me.
Yeah. Apparently, this does not have a calculator function. So, thank you, Apple.
At that.
Yeah, that's what you like in total, roughly what you all got, and then let's see. As you know, people come in and out. You know, uh, a new like one of the people were like shipping and the mail. So, you know, there's a little stack of items um, that you know you guys can pick up, and you guys do whatever you need to do. Me,
Yeah, I think once Eleanor is done with her little ritual, since she's the one still there right now, she would think to get the mail.
all right. So as you look through the mail, it's normal like payment stuff, like the monthly payment for uh, the tavern, the government sort of thing of owning the land, and in total, all that would be roughly 250 per
I
month.
don't I don't think we've touched any of the initial seed money that was in
Yeah,
the thing before in the
yeah,
vault already. The 1,500, I think it was.
yeah. 1,500.
All right, so just to make sure that no one else in the group has to worry about it, and Eleanor would go ahead and make sure that that's taken care of.
All right, and in addition to that, there are some invitations that were added to the list. For various guilds, um, such as the Mages Guild, the college, um, um, and one of the um, letters there has been an invitation towards the um, magical uh, college per se, like the college and research institute, where every mage or someone with some sort of magical ability goes there. Um, there's also been some, you know, oh, come join the um, like mothers guild, or like the family care sort of association, and normal stuff if you want to leaf through them. And
Yeah, she'll set aside the magical ones on there because she's still kind of thinking a little bit about uh, Eponia's magical abilities that she's exhibited.
all right,
But mostly she's just trying to prep everything to make sure that everything's already in order and that some of the bookkeeping things are already taken care of before everyone gets back.
all right. So by the time everyone sort of gets to the tavern, everything seems to be in sort of tip top shape, and there's nothing really of note, but there are still some um, people there that are being taken care of by the knight and uh, ghost.
Yeah, and I think when she's done everything that absolutely needs to be done and it's gone through the mail and everything, Eleanor would be back behind the bar trying to take care of things there as well.
Alrighty. Ah. And as you do,
Excuse me.
there seems to be let's see. I don't know. You guys do whatever you want to do for the rest of the given day. It's currently about 4:30 in Waterdeep, so you guys can finish up what I need to do, or you can go on
I,
to the next day.
what Eleanor needs to do right now is mostly going to be involving talking to everyone else. So
Yeah. Iona is gonna wait until everyone is in the bar and they're on their own, but she'll make it very clear that she wants she has news.
I think at that point, Archan would have if it's another day after they got back from the temple area and he's gone to work at the forge. That this is about the time he would be walking back in, probably covered with soot and steel, bits of pieces of metal, probably some holes in his shirt from burn marks working in the forge.
looks like you've had a fun day, Arjan.
Wow.
Need to take care of those.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I can clean up soon, but fairly uneventful day just working at the forge. It's very relaxing for me.
Was it? Wait, so hold up, we're already in the evening?
Yeah.
What
Alright.
happened to the whole next day? Okay, we can do shopping tomorrow. That's fine.
No,
Okay.
everything's still open. You can do any shopping that you need to.
I was like,
But
wait, we were planning to spend the day together. What happened? I was confused.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Actually, I think Wenley was locked away, sewing, cutting and resewing, updating her costumes. Actually, does she still even have any? Okay, so Wenley has been up doing stuff for the tavern all day, and a voice comes from upstairs, and she goes, "I need to go shopping."
Well, before that,
oh, come to think of it, also in the meantime, when she wasn't working on the ritual or getting the mail or anything, Eleanor will have looked to see if there are any enchanters in the area, weapon enchanters specifically.
As you would have known for the when guys were reading the newsletter, the newsletter, you would have recognized that there's one enchanter in your general area that is selling goods, both like enchanted items, and can um, give you some enchantments for weapons, armor, all that. Yes. Which
Yeah,
would
because
be
there were a couple of enchantments Eleanor was hoping to think of before she goes out. But as Wenley's coming upstairs, since everybody's now down in the main room there, she does kind of twirl one of her talons in the air to kind of signal to circle together for a bit of a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
oh good.
Okay.
I do need to talk to you all.
Yeah, and I do have quite a bit to talk about myself. Arjen and Iona kind of have an idea what this might be about first, but I think we should go with your news first.
Wenley seems. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So go for it.
Oh, okay. Wenley comes down and seems surprised to see Archangel and kind of goes over and sits. I was going to say by him, but probably on him would be.
Yeah.
That's all. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, as you know, I've been spending quite a bit of time in My Lady's church, and I was quite troubled by a certain visit we had recently from a certain god. So I asked her about it. The being that visited us was indeed Io.
Ah, shit.
Hmm. And she looks directly at Lenley at this point.
Okay.
My lady also suggested it would be educational for me to help protect the child. She kind of smiles. She's a little bit awkward.
Yes, please, any way you can. I mean,
So if none of you mind, I'd like to stick around a while.
I certainly
Why?
don't mind Miss Gladys.
By all means, please.
She smiles again. Thank you.
I like you very much, Helena. And,
Oh.
well, we've just lost a pair of hands around here, so we need one.
It's strange. Not many people do like me.
You're not going to, you don't like go crazy and try to kill everyone every now and then, do you?
I mean, it's
Look,
never happened
I'm asking
before.
for reasons.
It's never happened to me before.
Well, Eleanor, since you're going to be sticking around, and might as well distribute these out to all of us while we're here, and then she'll take the magic bags and kind of put them on the table around them and says, these are bags that have been enchanted with that ritual that I interpreted to tie directly into this safe, so that if we have anything that we want to set aside for some money that we want to set aside for tavern expenses, we have a separate gold bag just for that.
Oh.
Good.
And you can see that they're magically marked with a letter T on there for tavern.
Oh, thank God.
Wait,
Otherwise
we
I would
can
have
only
mixed them
put
right up.
things into that, right? We still have to go to the safe to take things out of it.
If you, for the purposes of this campaign, you can take it out and in from the back.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous.
But if you did it correctly, which I would presume Iona did, or Eleonora.
Yeah, she would have taken the time because it was transcribed with the comprehend languages ritual, so she wants to make sure that she interpreted it properly.
Yeah. With the spell, you would have been able to like magically attune it to the people who were owned, quote unquote, like a portion of the tavern, you know. So you would, for example, it would be Winley, Eleonora, Harky, Archan. Everyone would be able to take it in and out, but no random can just reach in and take the money out because it'll be that's a regular bag.
I would think Eleonora would trust Iona enough that she would have included Iona in that.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. You know, everyone in this party is able to have a side bag and take the money in and out, but no NPCs other than the ones that you trust can.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, everyone, on a related note, we did have to take care of some official paperwork stuff with the city. I've already taken care of that. I did make sure to dump specifically into the tavern funds for that, since it is for this particular tavern. But all the taxes, upkeep fees, and whatnot We don't have to worry about that for another month. So currently, we should still have another 1,300 gold silver.
This is not a happy update. I have sent Castor away and told him not to come back. I did this without asking any of you, but I'm sorry. I put my foot down. It's just not safe with the children here. Well, that's that.
I can't say I blame you on that front. I do admit he did kind of gain a little disfavor with me from rejecting my aid.
That's not the same thing at all. You're.
I know it's very selfish of me. I know it's very selfish of me to say that. I'm sorry.
Well, I wasn't going to say it quite like that. You're very prideful, and it's easy to upset you. That wasn't so much important. Everyone has flaws, but, well, you know, there are some things you just can't allow. And that's the end of it.
Funny you should mention that, my dear Winley. And she takes out that page from the newsletter that she had kept on there that has that little note from her mother on that. It's funny that you should mention my personal pride and things that you can't ignore and whatnot, because my mother, after having taken some time and done some meditation, talking this over with my new Face Swordsman mentor, they reminded me of something that I learned when I was in the Thieves Guild in Loudwater, and that is, you have to know what tasks you cannot afford to ignore when you're doing something. Because if you know what those are, and you ignore them, they are going to cause bigger problems for you later. If I do not take care of this as soon as possible, it is going to cast a cloud over everything else.
Oh, hold on. Ellie, we were just talking about your pride and how that's different from actual necessity. I don't believe your mother has any power to challenge us here or hurt us. No, this is on you. She's poking at you and you don't like it, that she can remind you that she exists all the way here where you'd meant to get away and start a new life. You don't need to start to fight with her. If it's important to you, well then I say we make preparations for a journey and we all go handle it together. But there's no hurry, and it's only her trying to have power over you that makes you feel like it's necessary to deal with right away. She doesn't matter. We matter. Our life here, getting the tavern going. Don't let her provoke you and manipulate you this way. I've known a few of these rich ladies, like your mother. They all do the same thing.
I agree with you on this, Winley. And that's why I need to put a clip in this.
But right now,
I have not,
when we're getting ready to open...
Winley, I have not seen my mother in 5 years.
Well, then why don't we all go together? Make it a proper visit, like.
We do have other business in Loudwater. As I mentioned yesterday, it would be a propriety for me to go and visit Rose and Sparkling, because they are very dear friends of mine, the first friends I ever made on my own. But if I'm going to ever put a close to this, I am going to have to confront my parents. I know how they operate. They are just going to keep poking at me from a distance unless I
So-
address.
So what if they do? Who cares? They didn't get you unless you let them. All they can do is poke.
I will not allow them to jeopardize the work that I've done to try to rehabilitate my family's image.
I don't think that's what they're actually doing. What they're actually doing is annoying you. They don't
Right.
have any power here in Waterdeep. You do.
And I think that bothers them to no end.
What if it does? Let it bother them. Let them sit in it.
They've never
Why would
really
you let
known.
them
They've
control you
never,
like this?
I have never actually gotten a chance to tell them why I have been away from them for the last 5 years. I am long overdue.
I hate that you let them control you like this. But if you feel like you need to do it, then we're with you. But it really is an awful time. We're just about to open. There's so much work to do.
I know. I would not be saying that we need to take care of this so soon if I did not think that not doing so would hamper my ability to help out here.
Oh. Your stupid pride, it's infuriating, but all right. But let's go back to Ilona. She was telling us how she can protect the children. I need to hear more about that.
Right. I apologize. Please continue.
I mean, I'm just a servant. I was supposed to pass through. But, it seems I'm to be staying a while.
I'd like that.
Of course, there are a few spells that we can examine that will be helpful. But I shall need to go shopping. At some
That's
point.
funny. I do too.
I actually do have some things I'd like to see about getting taken care of as well. I hear that I know where there's a weapons and armor enchanter around, and
Well, then why don't we all go tomorrow? A proper girls' day out.
That would be nice.
sounds good to
I've
me.
never had a
What is-
girl's day out. What is it?
It's where a bunch of girls go out.
Huh.
For a day. Although I
Well-
do have something nice for all of us.
It's not such a
I've been
thing
asking
where I'm
around.
from.
Would it surprise you?
Um,
Would it surprise you if I said that it's not something I've commonly done myself?
Really? Neither of you had any women friends.
Well, like I said, Rosé and Sparkling were the first friends I ever made my own, and at that time, well, we were too young for such things.
There isn't much cause for shopping in the Shadowfell.
And to end the day, I'd say we all go to a bathhouse, relax a little, get pampered. We haven't got a lot of money, but, well, if your health isn't worth spending on, what is?
I suppose you're right. You should all take care of yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
As I have said, I am not a Healy cleric. She smiles a little bit.
Listen, the Raven's been taking an interest in the children. That's just you, right? Like, they're not going to be indebted to her or anything like that, are they? We have enough divine micmacs mucking around in our house. I don't like it.
Oh, she has not taken an interest. She merely thought it would be educational for me.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Speaking of the children, in particular the centaur girl Eponia, and that would be where Eleanor would bring out like the flyers that have come in from the mail for the various different houses, including the magical house, because of course remembering Eponia seems to have magic capability. And she'd be like spreading them out on the table to show to the rest of them, and singling out in particular the kind of the magic school.
Yep. And from what you guys in total remember about this college, it is or school. It is basically a big institute for researching any and all forms of magic. So, I just thought it would be.
Yeah. If nothing else, we can investigate this place. See if they would be treating Eponia properly, and if they are, we might be able to help her either find some way to channel her magical ability, or find some way for her to be able to live with that magic ability that she has.
Is this the same?
Twice.
Oh, yes. Is this the same? Amen. Is this the same? Or let me rephrase that. Is this institute, this magic school, is it connected to that job offering for the research assistants regarding what has been going on lately?
Yes.
Okay.
It
Perfect.
is the location where the researchers are based off of, and it's going to be where the research is going to be in question. It's going to mainly be happening.
That being the case, then I think noticing that as our backing character, we could kill two birds with one stone. Oh, sorry, Ellie.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Heard the idiom many times before. It doesn't hurt me.
Well, I'm thinking if we, I agree. I think this would be a great opportunity to help Ponya. But it seems to me that one job we read about with the research regarding what's been going on lately, someone could go with Aponia, undertake the job for the research, while at the same time watching over Aponia at the school. We can help Aponia and raise some funds for the tavern.
That is logical, except why would we not do the research before even sending Eponia there?
Good point.
I mean, it's still a very valid idea.
We could use the research job as also kind of a scouting mission for the place to see if that place would be a good fit for Eponia. Or if nothing else, we come back with more knowledge than we had before, and we can help Eponia directly ourselves.
Oh, the thing with magic is it is very stylized. Like, she takes out her book. So she takes out her book, and you guys have seen her reading this before. This is where the book she spends most of her time in. And she kind of opens it, and you just see there are scrolls everywhere in this book. And this is what it takes for me to understand my beliefs.
I mean, I can
How-
to some degree I can relate to that. I mean, she
How
kind of
expressive
taps the arcane focus and goes. I mean, this comes from study sessions and conversations with my mentor.
Go on, Elona.
I read my magic and my faith, if you like, through the bones. But I know not every cleric does it the same way. I have met others who just simply believe and it is so. Everyone learns very differently. A school like this could show her how to, well,
If it would help her.
Hmm.
Well, then let's find out what they require to do it.
and to be honest, I wouldn't mind the money, so I wouldn't mind going. Apparently, diamonds are a cleric's best friend. She says rather sarcastically.
Diamond.
It appears many of my rituals require sacrifice, mostly of my purse strings.
Interesting. Diamonds are hard to come by.
Yes.
Well, I'll see what I can do about securing a supplier, but I might have to make deals with some shady people. You don't need a lot of diamonds, do you?
Well, there are different varieties. Some things require diamond dust. Some things require actual diamonds themselves.
Oh, good.
I guess it depends on how much trouble we're planning to get in.
We do have friends in low places. Do not forget.
Yeah, we do, but we also don't want to attract the Xanathars of attention.
There is one in particular I think might be useful for the tavern.
Oh,
And she opens her page to the book, and there are like thousands of tiny little squiggles on this page that make no sense to absolutely anyone. Hey, she can make her own ciphers now. This one is a warding piece. It would protect the tavern, although it is a mite explosive.
explosive.
Yes.
Well, we don't
I
want
would hope-
anything that goes off accidentally. We don't want into patrons.
Of course not, and it would be set for people who would wish to do us harm. We would need to think very carefully about how we worded such a thing, but I think if we do not want any surprise visitors, like the Xanathars of this world, then it is certainly something worth investigating.
And also if we need to supplement our defenses with more mundane traps, I am certain my dear Sylvania might be able to assist us with that.
Well, and Harky also agreed to. And as soon as Iona mentioned that it was somewhat explosive, Archan became alert and was looking for Harky, thinking, oh god, the only last thing we need is him to hear that something can explode and he's going to do it.
As you look around,
He's going to set it off just because.
As you look
But-
around, you do not see your little pal.
It's like, well, Harky has, last I knew, agreed that he would be willing to assist with security. So we had, I guess, having two explosive options could be helpful, but yes, mundane means of security might be a good first line of defense. I can speak with my friends in the Flaming Fists about, as I said before, about lending a hand here and there.
Yeah, of course, the more subtle the means, the better. After all, this is a place of business. We don't want to turn it into a fortress. I would think the local powers that be here in Waterdeep might look twice at that.
Yes. Yes.
I'm mostly worried about, gods and such. How do we keep them away?
It is my experience that if they want something bad enough, there is little we can do. Which I appreciate is not what you want to hear.
No, not at all. I won't have it. I won't have it. This god or that coming in and saying, "Oh, let me muck about with the children." They're children and they should get to be turning children into gods and the like.
The thing is, though, don't gods get power from mortals worshipping them?
Well, yeah. And I don't believe. I know your god said that that was the real one, but if a god acts like that, what kind of god are they, really? I'm skeptical, or at least dissatisfied, or at least there's something wrong about the whole thing. I don't like it, and I don't want it to come up again.
As far as that goes, in my opinion, the more gods we can have on our side, the more defenses we have against our own. We have the Raven Queen, certainly, and she'll gesture to Arjan. Tomara as well. As for Timora, well, I have no bloody idea anymore.
Well, I've never been one to muck about with gods myself, so I'm afraid I can't offer much as far as that goes. Sorry. Just she's already lost her family, her old family. She needs stability, a nice, boring life. Well, as much as life in a working tavern can be. We need to offer both of them the experience of being children, running about, getting into scrapes, having friends. I've thought about asking around. There are lots of families in this area. What sort of play dates there are and that. They haven't really done much socializing outside the tavern. It's not good for them to be inside so much. And we can't protect them when they're out and about with their friends. So that's why Epi learning magic is a good idea. She can look after herself at least a little bit. I was thinking for a start, we need to help her learn to know when there's magic about. I know that's a thing some folks can do. So we'll look into this school of yours alone. You're going to take the research position?
I think I shall. Would make sense of my interest.
I had been planning on taking that job over at the docks just so I can help keep an eye on the comings and goings of people, especially since apparently there are a few shady people coming in with some kind of egg in tow.
Good, that's a wonderful idea.
Of course, if we do have to go out and do something as a group, that's also maybe not the dock job, but at least the keeping an eye on goings in and coming out. That is something we can delegate to our various contacts.
Right. Good. Ilona with the research job, you with the docks, Art at the forge. And me, well, I've got to start performing again. Make us some money.
Also, you are doing a fabulous job at actually running this place.
Oh, well, I'm trying to get us prepared for the grand opening, yeah. But there's a lot more to do. Need to put shows together, find performers. I need to go and buy fabric for costumes and then make all of them. And that's going to be, well, a while. I wish there was some sort of magical or mechanical way to sew faster.
Perhaps that's something we can look for in our girls' day out.
Maybe.
I mean, since an enchanter is on the itinerary for that who knows? Maybe they might have something of
I
use in
could
that
ask
front.
the enchanter to enchant a needle so that it goes up and down very fast by itself.
Seems like a recipe for pain, if you ask me.
Oh, I'm sure nothing could go wrong.
Or maybe they might have like some kind of construct dedicated specifically to the purpose of sewing.
Don't know. But I'm about to spend a pile of money on fabric, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh,
DM, is the stage done being built? I assume that all the repairs are made on this. All the repairs on the tavern are made. Is the stage also done?
I told you guys what. Everything should be all fine by now. I should just have to make some, proper fixing of the recent events on the tavern. Just some minor, touch-ups, but, other than that, it should be all good.
Wonderful. So hopefully, in a week or two, we'll be able to open as a performance venue. I've also made inquiries into offering bedwork upstairs. Not much in the way of that, maybe just 1 or 2 rooms. People with a steady clientele. What do you think?
Might not be a bad idea. I know there's at least one room in this tavern that we'll be saving money on because, I mean, all we need to do is just get like a cheap bundle of hay and I can make myself a nest.
I was thinking of that, yeah. So that'll be extra money coming in that we don't have to do anything for, except for, occasionally throwing someone out and a bit of laundry. So there we go.
Well, you seem to have it all in hand.
I've never done this before. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm mostly trying to act a lot more confident than I am, honestly.
Well, it is certainly working. She's kind of smiles. Most people find me creepy, so I will try to stay out the way.
Oh,
I mean, we have a ghost as bartender. I don't think that'll be that much of a problem.
Ilona, you're lovely. I mean, you are very creepy, but you're also lovely.
These things are true.
No, seriously, we do have a ghost helping tend bar, and Nora will gesture over to Leaf, who is busy mixing a drink as we speak.
Hello, friend.
We do, but most people get freaked out by people reading animal bones.
Well, if anyone makes any trouble about it, they don't deserve to be here.
Exactly.
We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone.
Or We're going to be one of those, are we?
And
Well, I
Ellie's
suppose-
just kind of smiling. Nora's just kind of smiling cheekily while she says that.
All right, then.
Well, and if need be, there are a couple of us who can physically throw unruly patrons out.
Or at the very least, put them down for a nice stab.
Yes. And then carry them out into the street.
Oh, speaking of,
Well, not before I've given them a piece of my mind.
Of course. Yes.
you know, since this place is already pretty creepy, I wonder if we can make that sort of our thing, you know? Doing some scary stories or, you know, sort of ghost story play. The creepy tavern.
I'm certain that there are also some local holidays we might be able to take advantage of.
We could put a lot of work into really pushing those holidays. Maybe put together like a scary house on the second floor that people could walk.
As for marketing ourselves as the creepy tavern on a regular basis, I don't know. We had established that our name was going to be the Dancing Badger.
Oh, you're right. That's not very scary, is it?
I don't know.
That might not properly synergize.
Right then. Most of the time we shall be warm and jolly.
But when those special holidays come around, we will play them up for all they are worth.
And between my illusions and our ghost friend, we'll make a killing.
Hopefully not literally.
Well, no.
Eh,
No,
Oh,
Colleen has already been implicated in a murder once. I don't want to repeat it.
On a related note, let's not have any murder mystery nights.
Murder Mystery Nights would be grand, as long as they are full show this time.
Oh, sure.
agreed.
Indeed.
Right. Well, let's get an early night. We have a lot to do tomorrow.
I have much study to do before sleep. I shall see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, then.
And with that,
Archan, I wonder if you
Yeah.
might carry something up to my room, just as a favor.
Of course.
Sure. And she just like points to some random thing and says, that. All right. Good night. Bye.
Okay. He would go pick it up, like a chair or something, and just carry it up the stairs. It's like, okay, don't know why she needs a chair, but okay.
I think there's a very
Just take it
knowing,
upstairs.
shake of the head from it, Iona.
As far as clever ruses go, that was a bit minimal effort, but yes.
Yeah.
And Eleanor will just smile and kind of say, yes, I remember that trick. I mean, she is also in a relationship with. She's an Eric Coker in a relationship with a human, so having to take your intimacy where you can get it is kind of par for the course in that case.
Yeah. Iona just thinks people are too colourful.
So,
I don't think she could take anyone seriously. They're just too colourful.
so many complex emotions. Just be hungry or
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
No, it's literally everyone is literally too bright for her.
Wait,
Yeah.
Freecuts, what did you say? I missed that.
Was that to me? You
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
weird. It's everyone is literally too bright. Like
Yeah.
Iona is a very muted person. She is from the Shadowfell. Like,
Yeah,
she
so-
does
Light sensitive.
not light
Yeah.
sensitive, just like muted in terms of color. Like everything she wears
Yeah.
is grey, black, mostly grey. She
Oh, and
has
sort
like
of
one
the
purple thing.
and probably the background energies or magics of the material plane of the main material plane are just as intense for her as the Feywild would be for somebody from the material plane.
Yep.
Yep. And it probably doesn't help that Archan is also highly reflective, being a silver dragonborn.
I mean, that's not so bad.
Oh.
But I can imagine
Mm-hmm.
Llewellyn wears a lot of very brightly coloured things.
No.
I mean, yeah, she wears a fair bit of, I would say, pastels. So, like, kind of like lavender, periwinkle, cornflower, kind of like country pastels, I would say. Mint
Yeah.
green.
Mm.
And then brown. Wendy wears brown and pretty bright color.
Fair. Cool.
Isn't periwinkle a type of blue?
It is.
Okay.
It's like a slight
Yeah.
soft purpley blue. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's actually probably my favorite.
Yeah, well, Rob as a player is red-green colorblind. That's why I like to say that I was given an 8-count crayon box and half of them are broken. So,
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
Eleonora is a very fashionable girl, but she often tends to wear darker colors simply because of her original profession when she became an adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she's kind of got too much. She's got one mode where she can kind of play it up for the fashion that it is, and then one mode where she just wants to remain as unassuming as possible.
Hmm.
So,
Uh,
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought my internet just went out.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So, you guys, sort of go the rest of the night with little to no issues. And in the morning, you're all prepared for the events for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think so. Iona will go off for the rest of the day, and she's actually going to create a cipher that she can use to share with some of the people in the group. But she'll like spend some time putting some time into it.
do we not have a party today? Is that what?
Can can you fix your mic a little bit, Jack?
Me?
Yeah. It's just a little bit iffy on my side.
Yeah, it's something happened there all of a sudden.
Mm.
I think they were asking about Harky. Is it that we don't have Dawn today?
Oh, I don't know why. I think it's just I didn't ping everyone before the call.
Oh, okay.
What? We're missing a Harky and nobody said anything? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is he coming?
I will compensate him dearly with
Yeah.
a lot.
Well,
for story purposes, I will create something interesting for him because I know we're missing him today, which will benefit.
Well, why not ping him right now and see if he still wants to come in?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hello? thought you would.
Well, story wise, it does kind of fit because Dawn did
Okay.
say last week that as far as Harky goes, Harky's basically ADHD or ADD. If you don't give him something to focus on, he just kind of wanders and maybe will blow something up. So it's possible Harky wandered to the docks, just follow the sound of explosions.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, I just sent ping. And then, yep.
Okay. Shopping and bathhouse day. Woohoo!
Mhm.
Alright. So, with, you know, all the situations in tow, all of you who are going to be heading out, what are you going to be doing? Like, first.
Yeah.
I think we probably head to.
Yeah,
Was
we're
it
going shopping.
Eleanor? Yeah, said she wanted to go to find an enchanter.
Alright, so,
An enchanter, gems, and fabric.
alright. So, as
I also have to visit a certain theater troupe. Oh boy. But yes, for shopping.
alright. So, in your little area, you'll, you would know that the, family, that, um, sort of in that little area that you are in. Oh, does sell some. Hold on here. I had to. Um, who are they?
Are you okay?
Yeah, tools. There is a pair of family that does sell cloth, um, and different varieties of.
Well, I assume we just go to the big bazaar, like the main marketplace for the fabric, like
Yeah.
so that I can shop all the different stalls.
Oh, the bazaar. You would have to get in contact with that person again because it is, you know,
It's I don't know. It's what?
the hell, basically.
No, no. I mean the bazaar in Waterdeep, like
Oh,
the one of the markets, like a big open air market with lots and lots of stalls, so that I can haggle and have a selection.
all right,
I'll go
yeah,
to the marketplace.
all right, yeah. So that's
Although speaking of that person, I eventually do want to get a cloak of protection from them, but that can wait.
all right. So that would be sort of your first place you would guys go to,
Yeah.
and as you enter on in, there is, every single thing that you desire. Plus, there are some stall stands that you guys can um, enter into and see if they might have some enchanted items that you would need.
Hmm.
At your current position, you guys would know that the closest um, stand that will be sending selling fabric would be sort of in the center of the um, place.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't know if anyone else is as interested in fabric shopping as I am. So we'll just say that Wenli wanders around, haggles until she gets really good deals, and buys like basically um fabric for a couple very basic sets and for a pile of costumes for her and Columbine,
all right.
as well as some sturdy canvas because she wants to make Columbine some like saddlebags, like Columbine saddlebags basically. So yeah, she'll go around and do all that shopping, and then she'll like find some sturdy young man and ask him to carry it all back to the tavern for her.
I assume that you would have brought your that um
I brought
donkey and
Columbine,
the
obviously.
the donkey and the cart that you got in
Oh,
the Sessin
well, I don't
Zero.
know. I don't know. Are the streets big enough? Like the little rows between the stalls, are they big enough for the cart? I didn't think it was big enough for the cart, but I mean, I guess I can load it all up on top of the donkey or Columbine.
Well, I in this situation there is a sort of park your own transport thing that is protected by guards.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I will load all of the fabric onto the cart and have it wait for us there
Mhm.
to for when we're all done with our shopping day. Okay, cool.
And let's see. Boom, boom, boom.
And I'm
For
pretty sure none of them can ride on Columbine because they're both medium. So
yeah,
I'm the only one riding.
and with that, mm, let's see. You all will be splitting for the total for like how many square yards would uh will you be looking for? Like, you know,
What? Square yards of what?
um, the cloth.
Oh,
Yeah.
lots. I was kind of abstracting, just like heaps of it. I don't know, of
All right.
different quality, like some simple, some fancy. I'll spend about 50 gold on it all, though.
All right. Yeah, that does
Do
sound correct. So you do get
you think I could get it all for like 50?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
With what you know can fit onto the cart, and with what
Yeah,
you can do,
yeah,
it's more than enough to get what you're.
right. Okay, cool. Well, that's what I do, and I will also buy lunch for everyone at a cart at just like a street food place.
All right. You know, in this little area, there is not a whole lot to sell.
Okay.
Like for food,
Oh,
for food.
oh no, and plateware for the tavern. So like whatever cups and such are broken, I replace them and I arrange to have them delivered to the tavern at some point. But anyway, go on. Sorry, I keep thinking of things.
It's all good. Um, with and the cups and stuff will set you back 25 gold as well.
Really? Wow. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so I'll remove 75.
Because it'll be enough for like the entire tavern plus all of you.
Okay.
So with that, um, you all will be able to able to purchase a few more of the items that are the necessities that might be hard to get. Or you can go off and
So is there like a jeweler's there?
jeweler.
Or would that be a more specialized shop? Yeah.
Um, there are a few stands with
I bet
jewelers.
there are gem traders.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
not jewelers. There might be a wholesale gem trader.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
There are a few who are just like just normal gems, and some that are just um, full-bodied um, like jewelry. Majority of them are more like basic uh, jewelry, but there are a few where like it specializes in it's religious. Um,
She will. She'll take a brief look over those. Probably not buy them unless they're specifically aimed at like clergy, and they'd be like their £100 focuses and things like that. Or what she's really looking for is someone who will trade in diamonds and diamond dust.
all right. As you look around, you do find that there is one stand that's selling full-fledged, like a good, a few full diamonds and dust, and it
Hmm.
is run by uh Warforged. With it
Aw.
like fully decked out with um, eyeglassware and has a tool on his arm that like can carve diamonds and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And she'll approach him. Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
And you.
And he sort of shakes around. Sorry, my Ed has been recently been hit recently. So excuse me. How may I
Huh.
help you?
Um, the diamond there. How much is that?
Let's see.
She'd pick like a specifically a big one, and she's looking for something about 300 gold worth.
Well, you see, this one is roughly 350 gold pieces.
Good. And do you carry dust?
Of course, they're right over here. And he
She looks
sort
it over. I'll take 200 golds worth.
All righty then.
I'm gonna be poor by the end of this.
As a
When
sign.
we
Mhm.
when
It's
we
550.
darts in to try to get a better price on the 300 gold diamond, the 350. Sorry, she's gonna try to get it down to 300.
All right. Oh, ma'am, I have been recently attacked, as you can. And he sees sort of sparks coming out of his head. Clearly see. So, I do have to make sure I am repaired for the next time I get hurt. And
All
he's
right. I know a very fine blacksmith. Take 50 gold off the price, and I'll have them take a look at you. Deal? We'll get you fixed up again.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, yes. I am good at this. Hang on, let me unlock my phone real quick. D20. And I rolled a nat 1.
I love it when you guys roll in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that still comes out to a pretty decent number, but
What is the number not with the nat?
hang on. I'm pulling up my character sheet now. Oh God.
It will depend on what your modifier is really.
Yeah, I mean it comes out to a 10.
A 10?
I mean an 11. It comes out to 11. Like I still got an 11. I just rolled a 1.
You know what? I will give you a little something.
Okay, cool.
Bring it. 25 gold off the price, and have them come to me. I should
Alright.
be free, and
We don't do house calls, but if you mention my name at this blacksmith shop, you will be seen by the Dragonborn and given care.
Okay.
And for the low price of 30 gold, wonderful doing business with you. I hold out my hand.
And you see the non-drill hand reach out and sort of shakes yours.
Yes!
And as you reach back, the arm sort of detaches from the rest of his body. And you're currently holding on to a disembodied arm.
I don't really need this. You can have it back. So, I will only let Ilona give over 300 gold, and then I will put in 15 extra and hope he doesn't notice. And say, now don't forget, the silver dragonborn at this shop will be fixed up just great.
Hold on.
Sadly, we don't have a skill for fast talk.
Roll me a deception.
A deception? Okay.
I mean, is she lying though?
No,
I'm
you have
I'm
to
not
try
lying.
to.
I mean, I'm fast talking him, so I am engaging in a deceptive patter, but I'm not technically lying now. But I am. Maybe performance would work also.
Yeah, roll me
Anyway,
a performance.
this time I rolled an 11 plus 7, so that's
You
good.
barely outbeat his roll.
Sweet. Yeah, so for 315, you got your diamond.
Nice. And then I bought the 200 worth of diamond dust as well, because that is actually more useful than the diamond.
Wenley, having lived on the road as a poor traveling player, is an avid student of the art of the haggle.
Of course, I'm actually hoping Arshan can fix this.
Yeah, no, Wenley has
Shopkeeper?
no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wenley has no idea if you can actually help him. She's just
Yeah. as soon as I've been listening. As soon as you mentioned, I know a great blacksmith, I was like, oh crap. um, but I also just found myself thinking of, you just got this diamond for 315 instead of what it was originally priced at. I immediately thought of the Order of the Stick. There's a scene where a mage's apprentice walks out. Oh, master, I got this 500 gold piece diamond for 400. And then the master goes, "That's great. Now go back in and buy another one. It says it has to be a 500 gold piece diamond."
No, as long as that's what it's worth, you don't have to actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I know. I was just immediately just remembered that.
That's
that one strip. Comics. The one episode of that comic.
Yeah, the diamond thing, the gold value for the diamond thing, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like according to what? According to which gem expert? Doesn't have to be worth that.
Hey, shit. I just got a call from my mother, and she needs my help with something, so I'm sorry that I have to cancel the stream early, but this is, kind of...
Family first.
Mm-hmm.
If it's
Yep,
family
yep,
affair,
family
I don't
first.
want to be...
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys, but we have to end today's session a bit early, but I will give each one of you
A level?
a level, and I'll
What?
give...
Oh shit! I can't believe that word.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a level, and I'll give Don 2 levels because he was not here today, and I forgot to ping him. So
Wait, one session is worth a level?
I mean, it was my forgetfulness to ping him for today.
Damn! Go ahead and forget me next time.
It's either a level or a good amount of gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go with the gold.
Yeah.
Otherwise everyone gets out of sync.
Give me the gold.
Yeah.
That way we-
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I would say each one of you gets 250 gold each.
So we're level 8 now?
You can choose either or. You can choose gold or a level. You can't choose both.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
That's a crazy choice. I'm taking a level.
Alright?
Alright,
So,
I'm gonna see
yeah.
how this out. Let's go.
I'll go ahead and take the level since I did get a fair amount of gold, and I'm going to be haggling for some upgrades anyway.
Yeah, same here. I'll take a level as well.
Yeah, we should take the level so we all level together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say just give Dawn a level and and additional gold.
Yeah, I was planning on
Would be my thing.
Having a little thing of what he was doing during this time.
Mm-hmm.
Have a little fun.
Do you still want us to take max HP?
Yeah. Continue taking max HP. Do not roll for it because I don't want an encounter where you guys have literally rolled all ones on your HP upgrade. So take as much as possible.
Yeah, but they make the best characters. I had a monk who was a glass cannon before. It was
120. Yeah. With that level, Archan now has 128 HP. Oh, and guess what? Divine Smite.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
If there's something that you guys want to plug in while I'm, ending the stream today, like any of you players want to say, hey, check this out, go on ahead. Because,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'd say probably the only thing for me is that probably in the next month and a half, I don't know if it's going to be streamed, but in the DC area, they're looking at starting a I'm going to be joining another short campaign with a nonprofit group known as Tabletop Night, and it's a homebrew campaign of theirs. So y'all can probably check out some of the anybody watching us or listening to us today. You can check that out. I'll probably be posting stuff on Twitter about that as I learn more about it.
Yeah, and I know that
Sweet.
our resident elf cleric has her own show that she does. If she wants to talk about that.
Absolutely. So we've taken a break from Twitch because we're switching over to podcast form. But in the next 2 weeks, because I'm putting a timetable on this now, the Wanderers will be back on podcast, and I will give people addresses of where that will be when I work that out.
Yeah, and I will definitely be blasting any and all like information about what I'm personally doing, as well as if any of my players are doing something that seems interesting. And on my Twitter, also on maybe some other places if I'm in Discord. So feel free to just say hi to them when they do something interesting, and I will be doing this all. Um, um, seeing you guys all later. Bye.
All right.